like, for him, it's like the American dream to be in business when the company started right here in America. Somebody who is known and admired. I've never met him before. And guys, I'm no big shot. I just know what I know, and I know how to make things happen, and people who follow the system that I put together, they have the opportunity to have similar results or improve the quality of their life. Not even guarantee that you're going to be rich at all. All I'm here to do is really give you a conscious interrupt. If you choose to duplicate what we're going to show you tonight, I believe, and I can look each one of you in the eye, I can tell you, I know your life will change. I can't tell you, Edward, that you'll be rich, but I can tell you your life will change drastically. Okay? The principles that you'll learn of how to make it are going to be much different than possibly what you've learned before, specifically if you're relying on family, friends, and the traditional school system. That does not work. You need specialized knowledge. It's no different than if your son or daughter needed a surgery. And if they need brain surgery, let me ask you a question. Are you taking them to just to the walk-in clinic, to a general practitioner? No. Why? Because you need specialized knowledge. Right. I want you to get specialized knowledge on your wealth. Just think about it. We use friends, family, and relatives as mentors to learn where we're going to get our next money. And the majority of us in here, half of us in here, the job that you have was because a friend recommended it. A friend got you on. A friend talked to somebody who talked. Instead of finding a mentor, said, what's the path that I need to take? Okay? I'll introduce you to a few people who've actually taken the path of people who are very successful. Some of them have taken my path. Some of them, have listened and learned, and they're now financially independent. Real. This is real. So, I got my thing here to go through my slides. So let me go through these slides here. Now, so, question was, do you boomerang? That was the last question, right? Do you boomerang? Yes, I boomerang. Now, what does iBuumerang, what does it really stand for? Well, the reason that the company was started was because I wanted to create a philosophy of giving. This is why I'm sharing so much information in the very beginning. I don't care whether you sign up. We have a lot of people who are signing up in our business. We're not chasing the next sign up. That's easy. I'm looking for somebody who says, I want to change. I want to redirect my information. I want to redirect my energy so that I can walk down a path, learn through a system that these guys are going to put together. And the system and the education that we give, free. For mentorship, on the market, my information and the value that I have in the marketplace as a coach or as a mentor is very, very valuable. I've had people who've been willing to pay as much as $1 million a year to have me personally mentor them and cut out my mentorship circle just to focus on them for 1 year. Turned it down. Why? My goal is no longer money. Caught me 20 years ago. Hey, well, now, but my impact in one person doesn't do a whole lot. Doesn't do a whole lot. I'd rather be in a room like this and hopefully I get 6 people out of here who said, you know what, he was talking to me. Okay? That's what my goal is. It doesn't matter how many. I just know when I go into a room, my prayer that I have to myself and in my head is always, I love these people, they love me, and I'm going to speak and find the one who wants this information. I just don't know who it is. And it's not about you raising your hand, it's about what you do when I put this microphone on. It's not about all great intentions. Broke the pedals pay you good intentions. It's not about how you intend to do something. It's about what you actually do. That's what we're going to talk about. Action. What are you going to do? So, here we go. Do you boomerang? Yes, I boomerang. Boomerang was designed of giving. It's a concept of giving goodwill. If you give goodwill, goodwill comes back to you. That's what I've learned. The richest thing that I have right now is the giving spirit. I had to learn that giving spirit. I wasn't born with it. None of you were born with the giving spirit. First thing that you learn is mine. Mine. When you were 6 months old, you couldn't even say mom, but you could say mine. Right? Somebody, little kid come over, grab your toe, mine. You weren't giving. It was natural for you to be selfish. It was natural for you to want everything for you. I had to unlearn that habit and understood that the biggest wealth that I have stored up is not in my bank account. It's in my giving account. So when you give, I've learned this, guys. When you give, I'm telling you, that's when it happens. And so what if you had a concept that your business model was designed around really building two bank accounts? You can really build your wealth account, and then you can build your wealth account, that giving account. I can tell you guys, there's not one amount of money that you have in your account that makes you feel as satisfied as when you impact the life of somebody else. So, you go out and you give goodwill, goodwill comes back, and I know Trey has already given you guys a little example of what we do with it. So now, here's what happens. This technology that we have, this travel savings technology is very unique in a sense that most people, less than 0.1% of people in the world, even knows about it. Okay? One of the things that I want you to understand is sometimes when you're working, you want to rely on luck. Sometimes, okay? Luck, L-U-C-K, labor under correct knowledge. Okay? That means you got to work to be lucky. You don't sit around to be lucky. You work. I've been lucky because I kept constantly working. And then, guess what? I looked up and I found this technology. I was not even looking specifically to be in travel, but because I would not stop in the presence of failure, I worked my way to a solution. That's how I found this technology. And when I found it, it was already existing. It wasn't magic. Everybody, not everybody, but others knew about it, but they didn't. I knew I had a goal, and I knew what I wanted to accomplish, and it's just the other people who had access to it didn't have that same goal. Not good or bad, they just didn't. But when I found it, it was over. I knew in everything in my being that this would be the largest company in network marketing history. That we were going to change the entire landscape. Here's what happens. What we've done is this. We take this technology and we call it boomerangs. We're able to give away a technology for free. It costs you nothing if you become a customer about it. There's no strings attached whatsoever. There's no gotchas, there's no forms to sign, there's no credit card that we have to fill out for you. We don't need your payment information. We don't. We give the technology away to individuals, doesn't matter who they are, individuals, groups, churches, organizations, sports organizations, sales organizations, real estate companies, people who travel or want the benefits of having a 5-star lifestyle for 3-star prices. We give it away, and here's what happens. They now become a member. The only way this works is through membership. You have to have membership, all right? Because of how everything in the travel industry has been sanctioned, and obviously that is due to, I think it was, not Trivago, I think it was TripAdvisor or one of them, way back when, who used to give these low prices. Here's what they did. They would be giving all of these low prices, and you had all of these different travel organizations, and here's what they did. And we should learn from it. They were all individual, independent. And now what happens is here, Jackie makes a posting on her website, and for the same room here at the DoubleTree, it's, $200 a night. Tawana makes a posting on hers because she's not in the same business with her, and maybe she's one of these other websites, and hers is $190. Next thing you know, Edward makes his, and his is $180. And then by the time it gets down here to what is it, Kishana? I'm sorry? Kishana comes out of Kishana, it's $100 a night. So now what's going to happen is Edward, Tawana, and Jackie are going to say, well, Kishana's getting all the business. Let me drop mine to 100. And now they're not making any profit. And they said, this is called crabs in the bucket syndrome. This is what kept a whole nation of people broke. Why should we follow that? It doesn't work. Hold on for a second. Let's get together. They got together. They said, hey, listen. Here's what we got to do, guys. Let's create price parity. Let's compete just on the merits of our marketing, not on price. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Not only travel companies are smart at doing it, mobsters do it too. Think about it. The mobsters, they get together, right? Hey, man, y'all driving the price way down too low. And they get together. It has nothing to do with the principle. It's just you have to come together and unify. Okay? And unify. And they said, listen, we can't do this. We're going to run ourselves out of business. So they created price parity. And price parity meant that all the prices on a public search engine, whereas they're competing for that same customer, have to be within a certain percentage of the price. So if Jackie puts hers at $200, that means that theirs have to be either $195, $205, or $200. So this is why when you go around the world on work websites, you see the same pricing. Okay? You see the same pricing. It's always maybe $1 or $2 or $5 or $2 or whatever difference. That's all it is. Why? So that they don't run everybody out of business. They agreed on that. They said the only way that the prices can be different is if you do it through what we call the behind the curtain pricing, and it must be a membership-based site. Must be membership-based. And membership-based can only be private organizations that offer memberships. Okay? Here's what I want you to know. One of the secrets to wealth is having access to the correct information. And also having access to the correct people. I'm just telling you guys, it makes a world of a difference of knowing the right. It cuts down time majorly by knowing some of the right people. So, when we do that, now the prices are able to stay at what people consider to be normal prices. So the membership now works even better because of price parity. So it means that we now are able to offer these memberships free to customers. When we offer free to customers, our customer goes to the website and they'll go through our booking engine and they will search whatever it is that they're looking for, and what they're going to find are prices that are lower than what's on the market. Depending on where they're staying, it could be a lot different. But if they're going and they're choosing to stay, maybe at the, the Easy 8 or the 8, whatever you call it, whatever it is, okay? Then if the Easy 8 it's only normally $69 a night, it's not going to be $100 off, right? They may get the $8 off, okay, from the Easy 8, all right? Whatever it is, okay? So I just want you to know that so that you can manage expectations. Now, if you go and you want to be maybe here at the Hilton, DoubleTree, okay, you may find it 25 or 30% off. Why? This is going to be a step up from the Easy 8. If you go down to the W, I was at the Ritz-Carlton here, the W here the last time, I saved $100 a night. Wow. The Ritz-Carlton, I sent one of these things to my buddy. I'm going to show you this here. Okay. You're not going to believe. Now, don't pay attention to what he said after. So, listen, he's not even in the business. And he said, where are you staying? I said, I'm over here at the W. And he said, he said, Ritz-Carlton is right next to you. I'm going to show you this here. Watch this here. So he sent me this. This was, what date is that?
July 16th.
No, right here.
Oh.
On top. Right.
Oh, 8/1.
July 29th, man. Up here. Then he sent me the text. There we go. No, he's looking at the booking dates, all right? But then he looked at the booking dates of July 31st through, and then how much was the discount on the price?
Wow.
$556 savings for one night. Wow. The regular price on everybody's website was $957. On our website was $402. And if you look at what he said at the bottom, you can say it, I can't say it. He said, holy, you know what, right? Why? Because he brings people to stay in a hotel all the time, but not at these prices.
Wow.
Okay? Not at these prices. This is something he said to me all over last week. Okay? So what happens is our customers that we give this to, they're able to access 50%. So $556 was for somebody like me. Our customer who would have had no skin in the game, no credit card on file, we would have charged them nothing. They would have gotten 50% off of $556, which is somewhere around, what, $275 maybe? About $275? Yeah, something like that. For one night. How many of you think that's pretty cool? Now here's the thing. If you're going to stay at a hotel, and let's say your customer wants to go to the Easy 8, and the Easy 8 is $8 off for me, your customer's going to get $4. They're going to save $4. Guess what? That's the tip for the valet park. I don't know if they're going to have valet in the Easy 8. I don't know if they're going to have valet. Right? But just think about it. But it's just a habit of making sure that you get the same thing for less. And so that's what another thing that very successful people do. I will not use a credit card that doesn't pay me for using my money.
That's right, that's right.
I won't. I'm going to hold on for a second. Oh, I work good. Well, my wife worked real good for me to have this credit score. Mine was like, if you would have pulled up my credit before, I'm telling you guys, they would have called the police if they ran my credit. Right? This is, when I was financing foreclosure and all that kind of stuff, right? And then I got real smart, talked to a rich man. He said, you're an entrepreneur? He said, you have no business at all having you and your wife on the same thing. He said, if something goes wrong and the business goes down, at least only one person's credit goes down. I said, I never thought about that. I wanted to do, well, my name and your name. That's why you keep having these results. So what I did is I made sure everything went in my wife's name. You gonna leave me? Your credit. When we built it up, National Security started adding me to her credit card. All of this stuff is hers, all right? My credit card, I look like a real flat. It's hers, okay? I'm just a card holder. Now it's somebody, right? But anyway, so that's how that works, okay? Everybody understand how the customer aspect works? Let me answer your question. If you could be involved in a business where you give away something for free, it will not hurt anybody whatsoever. You don't have to sell anything to them. You're not trying to convince them. You're offering them something that they already want. How many of you would find that you could actually do that? It's a big change. Network marketing typically is make a list of all your friends, family, relatives. We're going to sell them hair cream, even to the ones who don't have hair. Right? And we're going to sell all kinds of products, and we'll make up reasons of why they need the product. And the best reason why they need the product is, I'm your friend. Not because it's good for you, but I'm your friend. You got to buy this for me. Right? And so, number one, we've changed that. You'll never have to do that here. And try to sell things to anyone ever. That's what we've created. You'll never have to sell anything to anyone. Well, I promise you there will be a lot of people to buy. Right? Now, so, in this example here, this is not the Easy 8, but this is a hotel that is a 4.5-star hotel. In this example, this one here, the savings was 70% off. I want to manage expectations. It's not too often that you'll find 70% off on the hotels. This is one that I was just about to book myself, so we put this in the presentation. Quite often, I mean, not when I say not too often, in terms of percentages of hotels that you find, you're not going to find the majority of them 70% off. When you do a booking, every now and then, probably maybe every 5 searches, I'll find one that's 70% off. I find a bunch that's 50. And a whole bunch that's 40 and 30 and 25. Same hotel, same room. Okay? And so now we say, well, if you notice your customer, well, on this hotel, your customer would have saved 35%. So your customer saved $1,699, you saved $3,400. All right? It's not bad. All right? Not bad at all. If you're going somewhere for 7 days. Here's what's so cool. Here's what I like. Is that what I find is that when people go on vacations, how many of you take friends with you? Like group vacations. And maybe you got 4 other couples going with you. You can give this technology to someone and say, well, we got 4 other people going with you. You give 4 of them away. So if you've got $100 a night savings that they're going to experience, in this example, you'll see you would have gotten $50 per night. Times 5. Because 5 people went and benefited from the savings. $250 a night from them actually going. In this example here, what we're showing you is this is you. You go out to iBuumerang, which is Goodwill. And in this example, your customer saved $1,699 in that example. This is a very high example. This is not typical. I don't want you to go and talk to somebody and say, every time you go, you're going to save $1,699.
No.
You can't save $16.99 if you're at PGA. It's just not going to happen, okay? So understand that and manage that. This is just to give you potential examples. Maybe you'll get 3 or 4 of these type of customers out of every 10. Maybe 30% of your customers won't hire you. And maybe 70%, they're just going to travel the way they're comfortable, okay? They're going to save money. So what happens is they get to $16.99, but when they save $16.99, if you notice, there was another $16.99 available. You see that? Because if they save $16.99, but you save $3,400, so it means that the other $16.99 is still out there floating around. Floating around in the travel sphere. Right? Here's what we can do that no other company can do. We take that money that's floating and we just start grabbing it. We just start grabbing it. Just grab it out of the air. And what we do is we take that $16.99, we're going to grab $849 of it, and we're going to give it to you.
Yes.
Boom! Nobody does that. Nobody does that, okay? Nobody can do that. Now, if we give you half of this, it means there's another half that's available.
That's right.
We take the other half of what's available and we convert it into points and we pay it out to the upline organization. Okay, we pay it out to the upline organization. And this is what sets iBuumerang apart from any company that has ever existed in the history of the direct sales and network marketing industry. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to release 2 people. Well, the first, and we wanted to do it at our convention. Why? Because it will be the first time in history that it's ever been done. That anybody has ever made $1 of cash from a customer saving money. It's never been done. And later on, I'm going to do a little training for those of you who want to stay, and I'm going to share with you the true benefit of building this. Guys, we're in the early stages of where we are right now. Very early stages, okay? So, now, customer acquisition model. I'm going to run through this. Let's just say that you went and you acquired 10 customers. 10 customers. The beauty of our customers is this, is they're free. How many people quit free? Nobody. They don't quit free, which means your customers stay. And if they stay in the environment, they have an opportunity to buy all the time, okay? Now, here's what's different. Here's what's unique. Here's why we're just different. The world of social selling has changed drastically. And if you're not paying attention, you're really going to get swallowed up. Amazon is responsible for about 30% of the traditional retail companies closing its doors. If you're in traditional network marketing, I don't put any companies down, but if you're selling a product right now, network marketing is not your competition. Amazon is. Yeah. Why? Because people can take your same product, put it on Amazon, and sell it for the same cost and offer free shipping. You don't have a chance to sell retail. How much does Amazon charge their customers for auto ship? Nothing. But you want to charge yours an auto ship. This is why the average customer only stays 79 days on the books. Because customers do not want to be forced to buy a product. Ladies and gentlemen, if you watch what's happening in this economy, people want freedom. They want freedom. They want the ability to do it when they want to do it.
Yeah.
Before, we were forced to listen to one channel or 3 channels in the city of music. In a particular city, your genre, 3, maybe 4 channels. Now, you got music everywhere. Before, way back when we had the hi-fi, there were only about 6 TV stations.
That's right.
Now there's like 1,500 television stations. Freedom. Before you had to watch a program when it came on. Now you got it on demand. Before you had to go to the movies to get a good quality entertainment. Now you got Netflix. You got streaming television today. People want freedom. They do it when they want to do it. Yeah. Uber gave you freedom before you were forced to drive and ride in a stinky, nasty taxi cab. And the driver had no incentive to make sure it smelled good. Today you get in the car, they got mints, they got air freshener, they treat you nice, they got water, some of them wear suits, and they give you give you an option of the nice car or a luxury car. It's freedom. And if you're still thinking that you're going to charge your customer every month, you're like an ostrich with your head in the sand. That model will not work. I give you 5 to 7 years, that model will have actually been eliminated. I promise you. You've got to pay attention to what's going on. So Amazon, and here's what has happened. We actually built the model and made it true, and then we go do the opposite. I'll give you an example. How many of you have a Facebook page? How much does it cost you? Nothing. Oh, nothing? That costs you nothing. If it even costs 5 cents a year, we wouldn't even know the name Facebook. Here's who built Facebook, not Mark Zuckerberg. He created the technology. But here's what happened. He didn't know your friends. Somebody sent you a link years ago and said, hey, listen, I'd like to share my photos with you. And you accepted it. And then you gave them access to your contact list. And it sent out invitations to your network. Don't tell me you've never done network marketing. You have. It's just that you never got paid for it. Wow. Facebook keeps the money. Instagram kept the money. LinkedIn keeps the money. All of those social networks keep the money, and they make sure that their customers don't get charged an ownership. But every single friend that you've actually connected directly or indirectly have created revenue for Facebook. Why? Because Facebook has now had a piece of digital real estate to post an ad on your friend's Facebook page that you invited, and they get paid, and they never said, hey, listen, thank you for inviting us, those people. We're going to share some profits with you. That happens. This is why the traditional way of doing network marketing, I believe it's going to change. Network marketing won't be over, but you won't be able to do it. I was a part of a company that I built an organization of 3 million people. I did billions of dollars in sales. I watched my income drop, like a plane that hit a bad pocket of turbulence, airplane. Boom! And I'm wondering, what is it? Guess what it was? It was Amazon and eBay that people found out that our company's product was going so high, the fraudsters created and copycatted and made counterfeit product. I'm talking about an edible, consumable product, and they copycatted it and made the same boxes. They made the coffee look the same, taste the same, and we raided the warehouses over in Malaysia. Come to find, it was all counterfeit. When we raided them, we saw every other network marketing company that had their products. And they're doing hundreds of millions of dollars of sales. We were wondering why. Our product costs $18. How can you find it on Amazon for $12 with free shipping? How? It was fake product. They never had to pay distributors. Wow. These people make millions of dollars creating fake product. And then when you go tell your customer, this might not be real product, they think it's a sales pitch. Right. Well, it tastes the same, it looks the same. And I'm just going to buy it from Amazon. Because I don't have to be on auto ship. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it's what's going on. Okay? Now, so here, in this example, you got 10 customers. Nobody's on auto ship. No customer will ever pay. We will never ask a customer for a credit card. iBuumerang will never ask them for it. Ever. We don't want it. We want them in the database. Why? So that now whenever they want to go travel, let's just say within a year, in this example, if they save $600 a year, per customer, $300 of it comes to you, 300 times 10, it's $3,000. You made a $3,000 income for the year, just off of retail. You can make more. If you had 100 customers, 30,000. If you had 1,000 customers, you built a 1,000 customer database over a period of 5 years. What if it took you 10 years? You're working 10 years. You already got 10 years left in your sentence. On your job anyway. Right? If you're going to do it anyway, just you keep your job. But this is how you can actually build and anticipate something that is of quality income and lifestyle when you reach 65 if you want to. So now if it took you 10 years to get 1,000 customers in your database, personal customers, and they save $600 a year, you get $300 per person, and that's $300,000 a year of income. Retirement has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with money.
Right.
This is why I retired when I think I was 26. It wasn't because of age and benefits, it was because my earning power that I had. And it cost me too much money to go work for somebody. And so I said, I can't do this anymore. This makes more sense. Okay? Now, you can build a team. If you build a team, it multiplies it. Why? Because now you are able to leverage other people's customers as well. Building a team accelerates that income because you're now able to earn a small percentage on your entire customer base with your pay structure. I don't know who it was, but they said it's better to have 1% of 100 people's income than 100% of your own. J. Paul Getty, right? And so here's that ability to do that. If you build a team of 50, that means you have 50 distributors in your team, ambassadors. And they got 10 customers, that's 500 customers. You're going to get direct bonuses from the 50% of their earnings. But the other 450, you're going to start earning more income. You're going to have $575 a day of customer volume. If you average 10% override on that, you're making $58 a day. Doesn't sound like a lot of money. You haven't done anything. Your work is done. Ask an Uber driver, it's $58 a day net profit, good money. It is. I'm telling you, I talk to them because they're entrepreneurs in me. And I don't look down, I'm like, these are people who are making something happen. They're taking things in their own hand, on their own time. $58 a day, net. You didn't have to drive, you didn't have no downtime. This could have been happening while you were sleeping. All right? That's the beauty of it. Okay? If you don't have a source of income that creates wealth for you while you're sleeping, it's harder. It's harder to create lifestyle. Yeah. You've got to have an element of something that goes to work for you instead of you always having to go to work for it. Right. All right? This allows you to do that. Build a team of 250, you're looking at $288 a day with these numbers. Now, these numbers, cut them in half. Let's just say I'm wrong, because I don't know what your numbers are going to be. Your numbers could be greater. Your number could be $100 a day. You just divide that by 6. It's still better than anything else that I've ever seen. Nobody in the history of our business and network marketing can put this up here. We have the exclusive on that component. So even if it's $1, it's 100% more than anybody else can ever offer. You build a team of 1,000, this really gets kind of crazy. 10,000 customers, that's $1,100 a day of income. Wow. Here's the cool thing about it. None of these people bought something because you were their friend. None of these people did you a favor. Every person who would have contributed to this income got money back or saved money as a result of you giving them a technology that is free to use. But we just decided as a company, I'm not going to be greedy, because as a CEO, you know what I could have done? I asked the question. Here's how I started the company. I was right here in Fort Lauderdale, on my way to Fort Lauderdale from Miami. I asked 3 questions. I said, hey, listen, you know how we give this to those customers? You know the money that's there? Can I decide how much percentage the customer save? They said, yes. I said, number 2, can I do what I want to do with that money? I own the company, it's mine. He said, yeah, sure money. I said, number 3, can I actually take the money that's left over from savings and give it to whoever I want to give it to? They said, well, of course. And then the last one, I said, can I have an exclusive where nobody else can ever do it? They said, well, nobody's ever thought about doing it. So, sure, nobody's ever done it. They said yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I had 19 minutes left of my Uber ride. I put the entire company together in my head because why? 6 years ago, I had been professing this. I've been looking for something that would allow me to Uberize customer acquisition. And I never knew it was going to lead me to the travel business. Amen. I just knew I needed something that would allow me to change the industry, and it happened to be this technology. Now, another component of our compensation plan is when you bring on other TSAs, travel savings ambassadors, you actually get paid when you offer this brilliant idea to some other people. They have the option to choose one of 3 different optional packages. that they can get. The reason that they choose those packages is because those packages come with many benefits, including more of the boomerangs. The boomerangs are limited for a reason. They're valuable. They're extremely valuable. When you understand something of value, you don't give it away just freely or, unlimited.
That's right, that's right.
I'm very particular. It's kind of like my house. It's valuable to me. My privacy is valuable. That's why everybody can't come to my house. It's not just stop by when you, no, that's my valuable space and valuable time. Okay? And there's things that you have that are of value. You don't give it to everyone. Boomerangs are valuable. Okay? This right here, now, because I know we're on camera, I have to give a disclaimer. I'm going to share with you my idea of how I value boomerangs. Okay? My idea. But it is not literally, don't take me literal here. Boomerangs to me, every boomerang that I have the ability to get is like a share of blue chip stock in a company that you know that's going to change the future. So here's my question. You got a lot of Facebook friends, but many of you don't have Facebook stock. If you had Facebook stock, would you give them away to your friends just because, hey, just come on and get it. Here's my login. Just go to Charles Schwab and get as much of those stocks as you want. Just go ahead. No, you wouldn't do that. So people want, well, I signed up for $1,000, and why don't I only get just 50 boomerangs? You should be lucky you got any. $1,000 should be just so you have access to the platform to have discounts for the remainder of your life. Go to this website, Inspirado.com. It's $2,500 a month to have access to their inventory, which we already have in our program. They'll tell you up front, listen, it's $2,500. That's what they'll tell you up front. Why? They know the value. We have their inventory. We have their inventory. They have what's called Inspirado Pass. Then they have one that's $2,500 a year. And then, so you can be a part of the membership. And when you're part of the membership for $2,500 a year, you choose those properties, but you pay. But you don't pay full price. Well, we don't pay full price either. And you don't have $2,500 a year membership fee or $2,500 a month membership fee. That's just one aspect. So guys, this is what I want you to understand, how valuable this is, okay? So direct sales bonuses, when people actually get involved because of the technology that's associated with each particular package, we're able to give you a commission, not because they enrolled, but because they purchased what we call digital inventory, okay? It's digital inventory. And most people can't make the connection with that because we need to have something in our hands in order to believe it has value. Okay? But there's a lot of things that have value that's not in your hands. For example, your thoughts. You can't put them in your hands, but it has value. So this is digital inventory, and Boomerang has value if you understand it properly. So, $20, $40, and $80. Now, then you enter what's called a dual team. Here's what I would recommend for you if you want to earn some pretty good money. And if you want to accelerate the path of duplication and being able to leverage yourself, participate in the dual team. This is something that you want to ask the person, how do I qualify for this week? Okay? Here's what you do. Once you get started, you get one of these packages here. You actually they'll teach you how to enroll someone on your left and one person that you'll enroll on your right. That's 2 individuals. I recommend enrolling more than 2. But this is the only 2 places that you have, a left and a right team. And you can put as many on those teams as possible. The more people that you enroll, the more leverage opportunity that you have. And each boomerang that they give away that has profit or savings, you're able to leverage off of the savings of their boomerangs. All right? And so if you got 500 people, wow. And they give away 10 boomerangs, that's 5,000 boomerangs that comes in your organization. So what happens is, team commission, the company will take a look at your left team, your right sales team. At the end of the week, they will look at them, and whichever team has done the most volume, they're going to go on the opposite side and says, okay, we're going to use this side as the calculator, and they'll pay you up to 15% of whatever that total is, all the way through infinity. Okay, all the way. This was. It says up to 20%. So this was when we had our initial promotion that was going. So it's up to 15%, which, ladies and gentlemen, is huge. And it caps out still at $250,000 a week.
Wow.
That's the maximum that can be earned. It's based on rank, but that's the maximum that can be earned, okay? So dual team will actually pay you actually from 10 to 20%, but starting off, you'll make up to 15%, but there are opportunities to earn your way still to 20%, okay? So you still can earn your way to 20% with the dual team. Now, getting started is $49. $49 puts you in what we call standby. Standby costs you $49 per month or the subscription fee. What is standby? Standby is now you are involved in our business as one of our ambassadors. Okay, you're an ambassador, and you don't have a full travel savings site because you didn't buy one.
Right.
But at this level, you're like a boomerang customer who has the opportunity to start making money. Okay, so you pay $49 a month. Here's what you get. You're going to get 5 boomerangs. Okay, you'll also receive. You can receive 25% of referral commissions, which means that our travel agency, Extreme Travel, which I heard you talking about, you can refer travel over there. You refer your group travel there, not your individual. Individual travel boomerangs. Ladies and gentlemen, it's less expensive to book it on the member site. Stop sending your people who want to book a ticket to Extreme. You're not going to make as much money. Why do you think we have travel agents who are joining saying, I want one of those boomerang sites so I can take my personal customers sometimes and just book them through here because I make more money?
Amen.
Okay? So don't send your individual or even 1 or 2 people to there unless they need a lot of assistance, they need somebody to monitor everything, unless they need incredible customer service from beginning to end. Let them go through the iGo site and do it themselves, and they will save more money and you'll make more money. Now, you say, well, I don't know how to present like you, Mr. Buggs. You don't have to. What I've done is I've taken the best that I've got up here, I've actually put it into a technology that not one other company in travel will ever have. Why? I'm real big on exclusives. I put together a deal and said, hey, listen, here's what's going to happen. I'll be the biggest client ever. You'll make more money from us than any other company that will ever come to you. There's 2 things I need. Number 1, I need an exclusive. And if you ever sell the company, I need first rights of refusal to buy the company. You're not going to become a $1 billion company off my back and then sell it. I got to have first right of refusal to buy it.
That's right.
This is why I like finding up-and-coming technology companies who have innovative ideas. It puts us in the right seat. It puts us in the right seat. So what we've done is we've put all of my thought process into this technology. What you do is you push a button and you put a person's name and their phone number, and you hit a button, copy it, and just send the presentation to them, and it's interactive. And they're able to watch this presentation interactively, and they're able to go through everything here at their own pace. And it's going to send you a text message or an email to let you know Joe has just started watching the presentation. Joe has just finished, and Joe has decided to become a TSA. Okay? And at our convention here that we're having called Vision, we're introducing iDecide 2.0, which is the next phase of what we're doing. Guys, we are just getting started with our company. Okay? So you'll have the iDecide presentation. Then you've got a TSA online management system. I'll be candid with you. We just started in March. We're building it as we go. We are. We're building it according to your needs. I've been doing this for 29 years, and there's a lot of companies that I could have gone to and said, hey, listen, build us a system. And when they do, it's rigid, and you can't change it. I said, hold on for a second. How in the world can I change the world with something that can't change? Right. I don't want the same thing that every other network marketing company has. So what I did is I worked with the company, said, hey, listen, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to be your biggest client. Here's what I want. I want bespoke experience. I had William on the call with the head of my IT. That doesn't happen in any other network marketing company. Because you have to put it in the ticket. To talk to the IT department. I said, hey, let's check this out. I was on my way to the airport. Okay? Here's what I said. Listen, I'm going to be your biggest client. Okay? I want a bespoke experience. When I call, you pick up. You ever sell? First refusal to buy. You're a small company. Now everybody knows. Why? Because of how fast we're growing. I can't be the reason you grow and don't profit from it. Okay? Not going to happen in this camp. Right? Now, so here's what happens over here. You got 3 packages. Once you go from there, $49, okay? $49, and it's $49 per month. $49 per month. Now, I want to establish value for you so that you understand what it is as I go through this. Now, when you choose your optional packages, you don't have to get this. I recommend you do because this is how you tap into all the savings. So, for example, last week, my hotel, I was saving $100 a night. I was there for 5 nights. I saved $500. Wow. If I was just at the just at the Boomerang level, it would have been $250. But I still wouldn't have had the ability to earn money from everybody else savings. But now, as an ambassador, you now can start off with coach class if you wanted to. Here's what coach gets you. It's $250, but you will receive the hotels, flights, and rental cars. Okay? Hotels, flights, and rental cars is what you receive access to. There's a lot more to it, but at that level, it's limited. Okay? You'll receive 10 boomerangs. If you take a look at the value of what a boomerang could be for you, you just imagine, you know who your customers are. If your customers are all 10 Easy 8 customers, and they go to the Easy 8 times a year, and they save $8, they're going to save $64 a year. That means they're worth $32 a year to you. You got 10 at $320 a year is what you're going to earn. Okay? So you know who your customers are. If they're going to save more, if they do $600 a year in savings, then each customer is now worth $3,000 a year of income to you. This is why we don't do unlimited. Because I look at them like a share of stock. So that's what you have with the 10 boomerangs. At Coach, you only receive 50% of the commissions that are available as well. So if you are a coach and they save 100, remember we pay up to 50% of the savings? If your customer saves 100, then the TSAs get 50, but if you're a coach, you only get 25. Do you guys understand that, right? Because sometimes these numbers may not look the same for you. So it's 50% travel savings on hotel, 50% of whatever the savings commission is, not of savings, but of the savings commission. Okay? Now, when you go to business class or the first class, that no longer applies and you get all of what's available. So it actually costs you money being here. However, if your financial situation says, this is where I can only start, I would rather you start there than say, I'm going to wait till I get my money together.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Don't ever do that. Because time is money. Somebody is going to be sending boomerangs to your mama. You can't reverse it. You can't go, mama, stop. No, can't reverse it. Okay. So, now business class, you now go from only hotels, flights, and rental cars to you get cruises as well. Cruises, ladies and gentlemen, people love to go on cruises. You get major discounts on cruises. And here's what happens. You get 25 boomerangs, okay? You now get all of the commissions that are available. And your team commission, you get 12% versus 10. That 2% means a lot.
You got that right.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, right? I know that somebody over there got those big checks, right? So it means a lot. Now, here you also get VIP level reservations 1 week prior to them going on sale, which means that when we do our experiences around the world, different places, which we're going to announce one in Vegas. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be on the charts too. I got a hold of this thing now. Y'all folks taught me something, right? About how fun this travel business is, right? And so I can't wait to go on the next one. And so now, this is $500, but you've got a lot of benefits in there. You've got 150% more boomerangs. That's where the value was to me, is in the boomerangs and in the percentage of what my commissions are going to be. It's almost like me getting a job. And let's just say I start off as, I start off as a manager. They say, hey, listen, you're going to manage 20 people in this store. But we have 3 plans. You can actually get paid $100, per hour, or you can get paid $120 an hour. Or, it's your choice, you can get paid $150 an hour. Which one do you want to do, Mr. Buggs? All right, so that's how I look at it, okay? So that's business class. Now at coach class here, your subscription now is $99 per month. Wow. $99. Yes. You now own a business. Check this out. You have something better than what most travel agents have ever had. Okay? So here's what you have. You've got a customer service team that will deal with all of your customers. Okay? When they book travel, all your customers who book travel, you don't have to deal with all of that stuff. You've got a team that does all of that for you. Okay? You got an office over in Dallas where we house those our customer service. We've got our executive office over in Houston. So you've got 2 offices. You don't have to pay any of the rent at all. You also have access to this travel savings for life that you have, and you can access hotels and all this stuff all around the world. You got that. You got the ability to do something that nobody's ever been able to do, and that is earn commissions off of your customers. Okay? Earn off of the savings. So let me ask you a question. If you could make sure you had the ability to have unlimited customers, and it just costs you a little bit every month, would it be worth it to you to pay $1 a day? I always sum up in 3 categories. Number 1, okay, you got the ability to have unlimited customers. They'll never have to pay, and you pay $1 a day for you to have unlimited customers. I'll do it all day long. Second thing is this here. You got the access to the customer profile yourself. Okay? I mean to the back office yourself. So you can do that. Right? And then you not only have access to the travel savings yourself, you got access to having unlimited customers, and then you got access to the PRIB. The PRIB is that perpetual residual income builder that we're building. That's right now. I'm putting the majority of my brain power and focus into the future of the company, which is our PRIB.
Yeah.
Because the PRIB is what is going to allow you to understand why you want to have as many boomerang customers now as possible. Some of you won't see it now. Even some of you who just joined, you may not even understand it. I'll give you a clue. 4 years ago, how many of you remember Netflix 4 years ago? Yeah. You go click on your Netflix, click it right on there. Nothing here to watch. Why? They were just building it. They were content for it. They had a great idea, put it out there, it was working, building a subscription base. Look at Netflix now. You can't even watch all the movies that they push out to you. It's full of everything. And you can just sit there and binge watch all of it, and that's what you wanted to do 4 years ago? Oh, I don't want to watch Friends. I've seen all the episodes, right? Oh, I don't want to watch Benji. Lassie, how many of y'all remember those? That's how the movies are. Benji, Lassie. Movies like that, right? I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool, but come on, man, come with it, But now, I mean, it's incredible what they have. And so for $99 a month, you actually have a business that has the ability to set you free. You really do. Then you got first class. First class gives you all of what business class has. You got the home. So this is that Inspirato. When I was talking about Inspirato, those homes, and the level of homes that they have, we've got that inventory here in the first class package. This first class package is $1,000 one time, $99 a month instead of $2,500 a month. How many of you think $100 a month is less than $2,500? I want to see whether you were in the bathroom during math class. The alarm was going on, right? So, $1,000 one time, you get 50 boomerangs, just right here, valuable. You multiply this times what you believe your customer savings will be based off the clientele that you'll have. And then let me tell you what my job is, okay, as I close here. What my job is, ladies and gentlemen, is to increase the value of your customers to the crib every year. See, as a CEO, if this was a publicly traded company, my number one legal responsibility would be to make sure that my shareholders make a profit. That's what my responsibility is if you're the CEO of a publicly traded company. We're not publicly traded, and I don't intend to take it public. Right? I want to make sure that we build this according to what we want to build it for. Right? And who we want to build it for. Normally when companies get taken over by public, it now becomes all about shareholders only. Yeah. Your shareholders. That's the way I look at it. And so the other thing that I look at is this. I look at each one of these boomerang customers. I look at every boomerang like a share. And so what my role is I'm now looking at opportunities all over the entire world to bring into our crib. So that as you have a customer, see right now you'll be looking and say, well, I'm only seeing 2 customers or 1 customer every 2 months that travels. Well, that's how people travel. People don't travel, 5 times a week. That's the first thing that we have because it works and it's attractive. But as we start to add other things in there, you're going to start seeing things that people do daily. You'll see transactions daily through your organizations. These transactions, all we do is we take the profit, mark it up, give you half of the profit, and then take the other half and pass it up through the other half on the table. So right now, your vision is only may have been in travel. We saw travel as a way to get customers in so we can change the entire world.
Yeah.
And so maybe right now, your customers are Easy 8 customers. But there's other things that we bring in that those customers do every day. And so now your Easy 8 customers may able to travel on the Easy 8. But with these other things, I don't want to say them, but these other things that we're bringing, they do them every day. And so every quarter, in 2020, what our goal is going to be starting quarter number 2, okay, in 2020, is that every quarter we will be bringing in, my goal right now is to bring in a new service or whatever into the crib so that your customers have more than just travel options only. And what the goal is in 5 years, is for it to be so much stuff in there, you think that you own Netflix. Okay? So you are here at the very beginning, and I want to share with those of you who are here as guests today, you're here at the very beginning, and I'll tell you this, and I'll be very candid with you. The beginning is never easy. It takes a strong person, okay, to use their shoulders for who's coming next. It does. And so if you're here and you know that you have a very low tolerance for building something, you might want to sit it out until we get it all. I'm just being candid with you. I'd rather keep you as a friend and tell you the truth now, and if we never do business together, than try to get you in and mismanage your expectations and disappoint you.
Right.
Right now, because building something in the beginning that's not for the faint of heart. I'm telling you right now, it's not. Okay. So, and what do I mean? I'm not saying things are bad. We pay $10 million in commission. Here's what drops in this. I told a couple buddies about it. I said, listen, I had the option to wait till we got this perfect and start the company. We could have waited and started this company, somewhere in March of 2020. By March of 2020, I believe we will have paid out by March of 2020 somewhere about $80 million in commissions.
Or more.
If I had been selfish enough to say, I'm going to wait till I get it perfect, do you know how many families would not have had the income that they would receive? You know how many of those children would not have been fed
Right.
that we're feeding through our foundation? Okay. I look at my buddy in the back, Clay, back there. Clay is, is a guy, we've been friends for ever, right? Right? Seems like ever, right, Clay? And Clay joined iBuumerang not because he wanted to do network marketing. Okay, Clay got out of network marketing. Okay, but we met through network marketing. I was a part of his organization, and I learned a whole lot from Clay in terms of how to operate things. I was not the HB that you guys know now. Okay, I wasn't. And Clay's very, very successful businessman. Has a large, huge business that he has. And when I called Clay and told him I was joining, he had already said, I will never do network marketing again unless Holton Buggs starts a company. So I started a company, and he was in the middle of launching, 2 other projects?
Yes, sir.
2 major projects, okay? And he doesn't, trust me guys, he doesn't want this recognition whatsoever for what I'm saying, but he launched the business, and he's maxed out in one of his positions. Well, his position, he only has one. He's maxed out his position over here in terms of the weekly binary. And if you ever see the iBuumerang, iBuumerang advocates, those young, fierce group of people sometimes on our social media site standing around checks, it's him donating that money. He's giving. I'll tell you this, not because he wants the accolades for it, but that's the type of people I want around. And he's on the board of the Boone Foundation because I know what he does and what he does to empower other people. I know where he gets his happiness from. That's the type of people I want around what it is he's doing. And so he's put some other things together for iBuumerang that all of you will benefit from. And he said, man, I'm taking a portion of those profits and I'm giving them all back to the Boone Foundation.
Wow.
So think about it, even the checks that they've written already, the things that they've done, it wouldn't have happened had we not had the courage to say, let's go ahead, even though everything's not all perfect, let's start. I've never started a perfect business. Ever. Ever. I just start. And here's where you should be. Start where you are. Maybe you don't have everything together. Maybe you don't even have time. That's the reason why you should start. Because you don't have time. Clay didn't have time either. Busy people get things done. Okay? And so, but I tell you that for a reason, because I want you to understand that you're part of something that, number one, you never have to worry about us lying to you. You never have to worry about us. If there's a conversation of where the money goes, I'm always going to err on the side of the distributor. All right, I've been a distributor for 29 years, and I know the back conversations that take place. So right now, you're in what I call the rich zone. The rich zone is always in the state zone. You earn when you get better. There's going to come a point in time where iBuumerang is perfect, and there's no mistakes to be made, and everything is smooth sailing. Smooth. But it won't be the time that you'll be able to join and have the biggest opportunity to get customers because they will have already been in. And so pioneering has its advantages, it has its disadvantages. You're going to call our customer service, and sometimes you're going to get connected to the wrong department. I'm just being honest with you right now. Right? You are. But a lot of times you're going to get connected to the right department. Okay? We're going to post your commissions, and it's going to look like $5 in this. Sometimes it's going to look like $5 too much. And then we go correct it. Why? Because it's all being built now. It's all being built and tested now. You're going to send out a boomerang, sometimes you're going to get stuck. You're like, where's my boomerang coming back? Let us know. This is not all the time, I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what happens 1 out of every 100 times with people. And they make it seem like it's the only thing that takes place. You're going to go on the website and say, well, they have a price cheaper than ours. Because you'll instantly become a travel expert. You sit on the website at 4 o'clock in the morning and find a room that's $4 cheaper than the Easy 8 that's in Afghanistan. You never know, but you just want to let us know, hey, I thought you said that this was cheap, right? But I can tell you this, when I started iBuumerang, this platform was responsible for $55 million in savings. Since March 11, it was $55 million, now it's $68 million. Wow. It's $13 million in savings in 4.5 months. What we do works. And there's nobody in the history of the industry who's ever done what we've done. It took Uber 2 years to be able to get a customer and a driver together to meet. It took 2 years. Those who were there in the very beginning are multi-billionaires now. Those who are buying the stock, if you bought, raise your hand if you bought the Uber stock when it first became public. It means your net worth is less than what it was before you bought it. Why? It's never as good years and years and years later. The wealth is made by those who exercise first move to hand. And you have the opportunity to exercise. My recommendation is for you to get yourself started in the business. Whoever invited you here, they may be from out of town. Make sure that you get with them and get yourself enrolled with them, okay, with the person who invited you. I'm going to tell you why. Even if they're out of town, we have a system here that supports you. Okay? You don't need local support. You don't need to say, oh, well, my sponsor's out of town, I'm going to find somebody here. No, your sponsor got you here, you enrolled with the person who invited you here. Okay? Even if you came here, you met one of your close friends. Hey, listen, you in the business? Well, they didn't call you. That's right. They didn't think enough of you to call you and you're going to join with them. You deserve to be successful. The person who invited you. Okay? It does, and here's the other thing, and I say this for a reason, because sometimes we join, and sometimes people join and say, well, you know what? It's going to be a language barrier. Do you know, when I was just on the phone with those people over in Lebanon, they didn't speak my language. But we found a way to communicate. Okay? We have a system that will support every single person in here. And so we've created the first company in the world that I believe that you can join and never have a sponsor. Your sponsor can quit the same day that you join, and you can be successful. And so it's not what your sponsor does, it's about what you do and how you're going to build a business. Okay? And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome each and every one of you, all of our guests. I'd love for you guys to be a part of our vision, what we're going to do here at iBuumerang. I'd love to invite you. You're paying, but I'd love to invite you. Because normally when I give invitations like the restaurants, I know you pay. Right? I invite you, so I invite you to Vegas, but I ain't paying. But I will save you some money on the iGo platform. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I'll turn this back over to the George over here, and then I'll stay around whenever you finish up with the training.